And let's keep that energy going as we welcome to the stage Mr. Hamid Bashir.
It was a quiet afternoon at a mosque not far from here in the spring of 2008. I was sitting alone in Imam's office, gathering my thoughts as I waited anxiously. Imam, by the way, is the Muslim community leader. He walked in a few minutes later and shook my hand warmly. I had requested to speak with him earlier that day, and he graciously made time for me at such a short notice. And then came the question I was dreading. How can I help? Now, going back to 2005, I had moved to the United States to pursue residency in internal medicine. I had arrived in the land of freedom and opportunity that probably every driven man in Pakistan dreams of. My family was so proud. There was a long line of girls back home waiting to marry me. Their parents wooing mine to scoop a young doctor training in America, except for one small hiccup. I identify as gay and have known it since I was a little boy. See, there is no such thing as coming out in a country like Pakistan. Gender roles are strictly defined. If you dare to come out of the closet, the whole family pushes you back and moves into the closet with you. You're a man. What's wrong with you? You want to die alone? Nobody will look after you when you get old. And the most dreadful taunt, what are they going to say about you? But now that I was here, I really believed it was time. I'd accomplished a lot career-wise, but I had a lot to catch up on a personal level. So I watched all episodes of Will and Grace. I went to see a drag show. I found my very own fag hag and started using hair product. And I hit the gym hard. I even learned to say biatch, tiny rat's ass, and hey girl. Pressure from home started rising. What are you waiting for? Does your dick work? All the good girls would be gone soon. And my favorite, how will you answer God on the day of judgment? So here I was at the house of God to ask the man of God. I was curious what answers, protection, advice there was for someone like me. If to be a man is to marry a woman and procreate, then how do I reconcile honesty and truthfulness with it, virtues so stressed upon in Islamic faith? I narrated this conflict to Imam. He listened for a couple of minutes and then abruptly remarked, "You must have fallen into bad company growing up because this same-sex attraction is unnatural." He then posed a question, "Have you ever done it with a woman?" Shocked as I was, before I could say anything, he continued, "It's such a beautiful feeling. And once you do it, you'll realize what you're missing. Man up, put your mind to it, and just do it, just do it." This was not going as I had imagined. As much as I wanted to run to the nearest exit, he started dialing someone on the phone, a conservative psychiatrist Imam personally knew. He explained my situation, and she immediately offered help and gave an appointment. I left Imam's office with a number in my hand and tail between my legs. I found no answers, no wisdom, no direction. But I felt strangely liberated as I walked to my car. I realized this journey was mine and mine only, and I've got to follow my heart. Rumi, a 13th century mystic scholar, once said, and I quote, "And you, when will you begin that long journey into yourself?" So the journey began. I found the love of my life, and we have lived happily ever after since. I'm just kidding. And that's exactly my point. The focus is not some destination. It is to walk the foggy path of errors, self-correction, and self-realization. And what and who comes along is a bonus, and I'm ever so grateful for that. People in my life responded in different ways. Some said, "What? Hamid? Really?" Others said, "Oh no, but he was such a bright young man. What happened?" I personally don't give a tiny rat's ass as to what they say about me. As the journey continues and the fog clears, I've met some fantastic people and some not so much, and that's okay. I understand now there are no good or bad people, only teachers. I don't regret going to Imam or date this fellow who ran up my credit, because I also met those who cared deeply and passionately and held my hand. I would not be here today without each one of them giving me a new lesson of life. And the biggest lesson of all lessons is this: no matter where you are and where you come from, listen to your inner voice, find your own truth, and gracefully let go of things not meant for you. Thank you. Shukran. Assalamu alaikum.